Hello and welcome to CarFest TV. Wow, what a day it's been. Look who I found here at Eden, the brand new world. It's Ade. Ade, it's great to see you. I've literally just listened to your amazing talk in the inspiration.
You heard me rambling on it, did you?
Oh, you were rambling. It was fascinating.
Thank you.
Now, do you mind telling these guys a little bit about what your involvement with children in need and how that started?
My involvement with children in need started when I was a child, actually. So I was round about when I was 12, 13. I needed to raise money to get my first sports wheelchair. And children in need, they had the part of the appeal show, some of the money that they raised went towards getting me my first basketball wheelchair. And it meant so much to me because without that help, I would never have it wouldn't have opened the doors for me to have that opportunity to start playing wheelchair basketball, and I may not have been here today doing this and achieved the things that I've achieved. So it was just a wonderful thing for them to do, and because of that I've wanted to give back, and getting that opportunity, a few years ago to work on the appeal show for me was just an absolute no-brainer. I was like, of course I want to do this because I want to give children the same opportunity that I had as a young kid.
So, looking forward, we've raised £13.5 million so far for children in need, and this year we've opened it up and we've got 4 more charities, children's charities.
So CarFest has done that? That's incredible.
Outstanding.
Bonkers.
Thank you to all of you lot for a start.
Amazing.
Now, why is it so important? Why is it you talk about in your book and you talk about in your talk finding a superhero inside of you? Why is it so important for these guys to be able to have this money and have this chance?
I think we want to live in a country where every child has an opportunity to fulfill their dreams. You want every child to think, I can be anything, and the only thing that stops them is their imagination. And I think that's what children in need does. Not every child grows up in a house which has all the needs that they have, and children in need goes out there and helps supports their families, helps give them equipment, helps with all sorts of things. And I think it's just so important, and it's also an opportunity for us, who are more fortunate in the UK, to give back to other people who are less fortunate. And for me, it's what makes UK the UK. It's what makes Britain and us such an amazing country.
Now, I want you to tell me a little bit about your second book, because you were talking on stage about your first book, but actually your second book, you're giving all of the proceeds to children in need. So you're donating that money, which is so fantastic. But what's the book about?
So we're donating the first year's profits from my second book to children in need, and the book is about. It's called Cyborg Cat and the Night Spider.
Great name, by the way.
Thank you. And it's the second book in the series, following on from the first book, Cyborg Cat and the Rise of the Parsons Road Gang, and it's a continuation of the adventures of young Addy, who is and his alter ego, the Cyborg Cat, and the adventures that he has with his friends. And he's a young kid who's moved to a new part of London. He's beginning a new life, and he's trying to fit in with his in his new area with his new friends, and it's his friends who help him find himself and find the superhero in him. And in the second book, Cyborg Cat comes up against a new nemesis called the Night Spider, and the Night Spider is super cunning and is desperate to thwart Addy and his friends and stop them from going on a school trip to a safari park. And it's a massive adventure. There's a lot of humour. There's a lot of fun in it. There's a few fart jokes in there as well.
Love a fart joke.
You love all of that.
What's your favourite fart joke?
I can't think of one. How about that? Short and sweet. It's worth a few quid, isn't it?
I'm not very good at jokes either, to be honest. I've only ever got one. And two cows in a field.
Okay.
One cow said to the other cow, "All right, mate, how you doing?" The other cow went, "Oh, talking cow." See, terrible joke. The cameraman's laughing.
Taxi. What's that all about? Pudsey and Blush, help me out.
Thanks, Ade.
Thank you.